Welcome with us in search of the lost truth of humans, a story made up of humans who walk the earth to discover the secret of life, spiritual as materialistic. We're called the essence of the human being, in contact with the supernatural, watching beyond.
In search of what are the keys that make the human being totally his being, we discover luck.
She was lucky. The conditions were completely unfavorable, yet she was lucky enough to win the challenge. It is one case out of many in which luck proves to be the essential element for reaching a goal or obtaining a prize. But what is luck? Other than naming it for cases in which this term as we know it reveals itself, condition in which the situation turns in our favor, the event considered as such, a momentary or protracted emotional state. However, what we want to know is what luck is, what it is made of, what essence it has. To understand the importance of luck, we must know that there are many skills that are related to it in energy manipulation, each with its own use. Related skills that without luck become meaningless. Empty gestures moved in the wind, a sense of emptiness that assails us. One ability in particular is the ability of movement. It's the moving in symbiosis with luck, and in second place, an illuminance. When together with an element in a connection with it, we ourselves move. Therefore, in reason of it, it's movement as long as luck is upon us, otherwise it becomes a void. The movement allows us to perceive luck on us spiritually, on a metaphysical level, while guaranteeing us the illuminance, the connection to the existing elements in a constant way, obtaining an energy exchange suitable for its manipulation and for the understanding of which thoughts and actions do in order to keep the luck. Literally, which movements to carry out with the mind and body to be able to stay lucky and reach the goal. A manipulation, yes, if done in a gentle way and in the small steps, the element changes conditioned by us, a sentient teaching from the connection with the element, a sort of guide in maintaining our luck and stability along the goal to be reached. Said in terms of enlightenment, illuminance, the concrete connection between the mind and the goal to be achieved. Movement, the symbiosis with luck during our actions. Illuminance, the goal to be reached, placed in a defined or undefined space-time, however existing as a mental state, the connection with the element. Based on what we think, we energetically connect to different main elements. There are several energy connections to be manipulated: nature, time, kinetics, everything that generates energy. Energy acts as a conductor, as a go-between to connect us to the various elements definable as main, as they are the most relevant. All this possessing energy that surrounds us is definable as luck.
Luck can be any sort of energy originated from any reason. Luck, thanks to the ability granted by the energy itself to connect us to any elements and to manipulate it in our favor, it constitutes the basic element of connection to all other elements, which can be synthesized as the whole.
In common jargon, clearly all this is not considered, and luck is interpreted as a random event for its own sake, not manipulable except for the skills demonstrated in achieving the goal, which cannot be considered luck, but talent.
Even if there is a if.
To be honest, and to support the previously carried out clarification of what luck in technical term is, to play to the advantage of our subject of her winning the bet, there could still be an explanation behind this victory, that is luck related to everything. Moreover, as already explained, connected to everything, moves and in addition guarantees us the characteristics necessary to make us better on a physical, mental and material level, by having the luck of. Luck is not new to us. As children we learn its importance from the start. Instinctively we follow it. We involuntarily protect it. Unaware of it, we have learned in latency not to lose it. In the observance of etiquette, good education, teaching learned out of necessity. Letting it escape would mean repercussions on our fate, to which nothing and nothing else we want deprived of flaws. Unwillingly we know it, or rather we know which rules and laws must be observed in order not to disperse it in our attitudes. If you're wondering if it is possible that in playing the trump card in life is the energy, luck, as the essential element in all its aspects, is affirmed, yes.
Luck, generally interpreted in common jargon as something volatile that happens to exist in certain circumstances, presumed cause of events and circumstances that cannot be rationally explained. Well, it is not so, but it is playable, manipulable, attractive.
Luck is an essential element in life for human beings, for our health and for all that is created from it. It is therefore important for an infinite number of reasons, for humans as for all of creation. Luck is volatile. It's something you have, but you have to learn to keep. Because with luck comes fortune and misfortune. Everything is pulled with a force of attraction. Everything goes where the luck is. It is an atmosphere that surrounds us, which accompanies us as long as there are the conditions to stay on the subject. It is not mysticism, because mysticism is something I like. However, also luck uses a mantra. Who is lucky has the ability to change things. Why? Because luck, technically speaking, is energy, and energy moves everything. You have the ability to apply it in everything you do, therefore an energetic stimulator to do, move, and make decisions, controlling the elements.
Wherever a man or a woman sits, is king or queen.
If you have lost your fortune, it will come back one piece at a time, because it is yours and belongs to you, but only if it has been taken away from you unjustly. If it has been spent, you will have it in the form of something else, if not in the same form. Contentment, therefore, in the form of object or luck. Object transformed in the form of other energy, health, energy to do things, luck. It may not be luck if the object is not yours, it doesn't belong to you. Luck is a sense of balance,
A center of gravity.
that serves to have a well-aligned mind, that is to give you the concrete possibility of applying your own without disturbance, a disturbance that occurs when your luck is possessed by others that do not take care of it in your favor or do not manage it properly. If by chance you're falling ill, that is, you're becoming unstable of mind with less strength, less energy, it is possible that your luck is elsewhere and others are managing it in their own, or in any case a loss of it creates a disturbance for you. It occurs when your own fortune is in the hands of others, since they are directly linked to you. If handling it properly, if who is in possess acts against you, as if whoever is managing it is in effect directly damaging you. It is therefore important luck to be independent. It must not depend on anyone. It must be concrete. What you have must not be based on someone else. Luck taken elsewhere is something that most likely makes you lose your health, that drives you crazy, because you don't know how it moves. Based on the thoughts and actions of who owns it and how they manage it, it can be a penny, it can be a big amount of money, yet it will still be not only a material issue. It can also be an offense that you have directed to a person unjustly without ever receiving an answer. Well, this loss of energy could, if does not recover immediately, turn into a disorder. Luck is an essential element in life for human beings, for our health and for all that is created from it. It is therefore important for an infinite number of reasons, for humans as for all of creation. Luck is volatile, it's something you have, but you have to learn to keep. In the group, luck is kept better. It forms a circuit and it doesn't go out. It is very difficult for it to leave. Why? A circuit, a connection between two bodies that serves to attract more energy by a law of physics that explains us that as bigger a body is, the more it attracts. Luck can be shared in a condition of mutuality, but it can also be lost. Suppose you have friends, collaborators, and at a certain point they leave you. Luck will also go with them. They kept it and gave it to you. They shared and represented a chemical and physiological condition for luck to be there. Generically speaking, also the type of enlightenment were there. The rotation where our brain connectivity focusing on a subject behavior, words and actions, store information in each area of the brain, a manipulation or learning technique, and a second type in which interests us, a brain cell stimulation, in a state of communion of energy, in agreement between the parties, without conflict, free to stimulate the minds. The brain is enlightenment without reaching any apex, which is the achievement of the enlightenment in energy form. From that connection, the stimulation between two bodies itself serves to stimulate the brain. In this case, in a connection between brains, when someone interrupts it, this energy is collected by either one of the two subjects, more specifically the one that wins is the one that is more convinced than the other subject, the one with no second thoughts. Our brain is the best container for luck, give us the possibility of being very humans with nothing else on us to keep the luck and get lucky. It's the number one preserver thanks to the neuronal cells, a highly specialized cells for receiving, processing, and transmitting information to other neurons, as neurons contain energy, luck. Moreover, thanks to the obtaining from the environment of apexes that is none other than energy specifically from cerebral cells. Moreover, the brain represents the number one for the conservation. Getting the apexes, the person will be brighter. By losing them, the feeling that something is getting out of hand, a pessimistic obsession on life, misfortune will be felt heavily. Bad luck in a nutshell. Perceived bad luck, energetic information is collected and lost. It is important not to be stressed and to keep the luck. A method to do so is to always keep a reasoning thought and to never go wrong, in order to keep a better flow of energy in the brain. And listen, mental strength and conviction. And for have them in turn, you need neurons, unless you are particularly able to practice a mental state to expand your mental conception of your mind, making it as large as a room that contains you while battling with another adversary. But that's another matter, a skill only for masters. A loss of energy, lack from your cells consequent to an neuronal trauma may occur even when you are expressing a desire or a power. It will perceive how reaching the apex is fundamental for any function we carry out. That loss means the strength, the conviction of that target is stronger than your mind. Desire will not come true and lack contained in that cell will be lost, vanishing the fulfillment of that power expression that will fail. Luck locked is a practice of conservation of luck taken to the extremes. It consists in using every possible technique to conserve luck. Strict observation of the laws of the Enlightenment, that is, respect etiquette, respect the laws of humans, fulfill one's responsibility assumed, do not offend anyone, do not respond to offenses, do not disappoint anyone. Beside all the education you can receive, you are lucky by natural instinct. In the luck lock, to keep your luck, it is important to have talisman on you. Simple things, don't think of jewels, diamonds, golds and so on. Simply wood, bracelets, non-prestigious watches, and all the talismans you like, to which you give a meaning, to which you give a thought to. To preserve fortunes, we can consider being a bare man or woman, or in need of a talisman, clothing or a bracelet, an ornament. For example, it can be a car. A car, it doesn't matter what type of car, a valuable car or not, but it can be a makeshift car, with all its gadgets and talismans. Let's consider a sports car. It doesn't need many talismans, but one, and it must work. Too many will disperse the attraction of luck. It depends on the purpose we have. Few and effective characteristics. Where the material does not perform its maximum function, luck will, thanks to that talisman, that gadget. It is very important that you keep your luck in all fronts, because when you lose it, that luck becomes decision-making power for someone else, and for you, it was an essential element to decide and create more luck. As to luck lock, it is very important not to waste. If you have bought something, it is very important not to throw it away without using it to the full. Otherwise, it is luck given to whom you bought that something. Suppose you have given money in exchange for a certain fortune. Perfect. Know that everything you have given will be used by him or her in your favor or against you. It is like giving him an extra something luck. So use it all the way through, unless you bought it from someone you trust. A payment is a vote, a contribute to something. It is a taking part in the good and bad from that payment to something. And if that something doesn't turn the fortune towards you, then you will have contributed to your loss of fortune. Luck lock takes the conception of luck to the extremes, analyzes every possibility of how it moves, of its laws. If you have developed this skill, this perception of understanding what you have given in exchange of something is in good hands and well used, then you can waste it. Indeed, doing it will be a pleasure. The best thing remains not to hand luck to anyone. Good methods of keeping luck are talismans, observing not to annoy others, not to waste, to have a company of followers, and last but not least, to invest in yourself, in personal growth.
Out of trouble, staying lucky is the absolute imperative in reaching the pinnacle. Moving with it and in reason of it, not taking it at the right time would be a disaster.
Build your mind stronger. Good luck.